Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review on 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, season 4, episode 13. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews and my sweet members, thank you all so much for holding it down for your auntie and being here for the long haul. If I had to rate tonight's episode, okay, I would probably rate it a C. Okay, I can't give it more than that. I know I want to give it more than that. Like, I beg to give it more than that, but I can't give it more than that. So, anyway, I'm going to go in and get started. For all of you all who want to hear me review and even talk about Darcy and Tom, forget about it. I rewinded through both of them. Although I think that Darcy's children are adorable, I absolutely fast forwarded through the like that, like it was like that. So I have no review on them tonight. But I do on the other couple, so let's get started with them. The first couple I want to talk about is Avery and Ash. As we know, Avery has had an opportunity to meet Ash's ex-wife, and she's had an opportunity to meet his son. It's the morning after, and they have slept in the same hotel room together. Now, I don't know if they got busy or not. Really, frankly, it ain't none of my business. I really don't give a damn. Okay? But he is coming out of the shower and everything. And from the torso up, well, no, from the torso to the neck, okay? He looks really, really good. And I'm like, okay, he all wet and everything. Okay. And so, basically, he is happy that she stayed in the hotel with them because you remember the last time they were supposed to stay in the hotel together, they didn't. And so he's excited that she is there. And so, basically he asked her, how she felt about everything. And so, she began to tell him that when she spoke with the ex-wife, that she indicated, that number one, they had been, only divorced for a year. And number two, she indicated that she really wasn't feeling having her son move to America. And so, the two of them began to talk about it. And we discovered that Ash is just a liar. And so, she, in a very slick, shady way, exposes him for the liar that he is. Because she was like, she wasn't feeling this, and I just needed you to be honest about it. And he was like, well, I was hoping, I was thinking positive about this. And she's like, no, don't think positive about it. Tell the truth. And so, they believe, it was said that, Americans think positive, or this is the way that Americans think. Bitch, some of us are the most negative motherfuckers. But anyway, so he says that he, really was trying to think positive about the situation. And, at first she was for it, but then later on she changed her mind. Come on now, that's a lie, because this woman, you can tell, is a fantastic mother. The son seems very well rounded. He has a little dry sense of humor and all of that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, it just is what it is with him. And so Avery then, wants to do that gotcha moment where she talks to him about him, being married, only being divorced for 1 year. And so he says that, he exaggerated and he lied like an old dirty dog about that too. And so, it's at this point that we understand what Avery is trying to do. She is trying to, really bring out the fact that he lied. Now, on my other channel, I did a live where Courtney indicated that, most of the arguments or discussions that they have, they're asked to do these things repeatedly. And I really do believe this is probably maybe about the sixth time that they had that conversation, because there's no way in the world that they ended up in the same hotel room together and he was calm. The next day, that same morning, they go and they have and spend time with the little boy, and it's a very nice, they have a very good time together. And she really believes that the little boy likes her. She had suggested to Ash at the hotel room that he comes to America and spends time with her for 3 months, and then the rest of the year he spends with his son. And he thought that that was a really good idea, a really good suggestion from her. But basically, when after she spent time with the son, she has made a decision that she does not believe that she's going to be applying for the K1 visa or anything like that. And so I was just like, you know what, I think it's the best thing for the two of them. I mean, this, again, this is like D level. That was a D level thing. The next person I want to talk about is Ed. Ed is at the hotel. He's still at the resort, and Rosemarie has basically told him, "I'm done." And as we know, she's packed her bags and she is at the airport, even right now, trying to get her ticket changed so that she can go back home and be with her son. Now, Ed, of course, is sitting at the poolside and he is feeling sorry for himself. Rose has popped him and she turned the tables on him, and she is the one that dumped him. So, of course, now he is sitting there with egg on his face and looking like a complete asshole, okay? So he says that he really wants to fight for this relationship with Rosemarie. We see him go back up to the hotel with the expectation that Rosemarie is there. And this mofo goes in and he finds out that all her bags and everything are gone. So he, baby, hold on. I gotta get myself together. So now he's crying. And I'm saying, Ed, the hell are you sweating and crying for? You treated this girl like complete and total dirt. And so while Ed is standing there, crying, and they got the camera zoomed in, and they know this motherfucker don't have no damn knack. Why would you zoom a camera in his face? Bitch, I mean, just all that, just sound like he was just gurgling. And I just was like, this is so gross of TLC to do. But they zoomed in on this mofo while he was crying because they wanted to catch those tears. And I was like, and they was like, and cut. This bitch don't give a damn about her. He talks about, sacrificing his daughter for the love of Rosemarie and trying to, pursue something just for him. And now he wants to go back home and he wants to, work on and reconcile this relationship with his daughter. He admits that he threw the relationship with his daughter away in order to be with Rosemarie. And now when it didn't work out for him, now he wants to, play the victim and act as if, I'm just so devastated by this. Boy, bye, sit your ass down. Again, this was a C episode, okay? This was just a total C episode. So the next couple that I want to talk about, let's see. Yolanda. Yolanda is still going on with this phony story. She has her cell phone there and she is pretending. She is pretending to be texting this person back and forth. She is pretending to still believe that this mofo lives in England. She is still saying that she wants to have this relationship with this person. Yolanda, the gag is over. Like, we're so unimpressed with the acting. So she sits there and she's going back and forth with this person on the phone, and she's, supposed to be corresponding back and forth. And she's saying, you know, I've discovered that you are not who you are, and I really want to meet the person that you are. I want you to send me a pic of yourself. Y'all, this shirt was made especially for me by one of my wonderful nieces, Nellie. Thank you, Nellie, for my auntie shirt. Okay, thank you, boo. Okay, but anyway, let's get back. So she talks about, tells him she wants him to send a picture of himself. She doesn't care who he is, but don't send one of those stock pictures. Actually send a picture of himself. He turns the table on her in the text message and basically tells her, how do I know that you're Yolanda? So she sends this picture, this full body picture of herself. Okay, she's like, and the mofo don't answer. So the producers are, you know, asking her, you know, they're prompting her into these answers, this question answer session. That is just a whole bunch of bull crap. At this point, we all know that Williams is not real. She knows that Williams is not real. Her ex-boyfriend or whomever he is, was interviewed with a vlogger, I'm sorry, and the game is up. Allegedly, Yolanda's kids and everybody is in on the game, and I think that that is why we have only seen the older two children, because probably the consent law, you know, with copper law and all of that kind of stuff. We've only seen the two older children because I'm sure that they were able to sign a non-disclosure agreement. The other children, you know, you can't legally do business with a minor. So we haven't seen them except for the very first time we were introduced to Yolanda. But it's just boring and just mundane, okay? The next couple that I want to talk about is David and Lana. Now, we all know that that gag is up as well, that Lana is alive. She is indeed a real person. And allegedly, the reason why Lana popped out was because there was heat on the dating company, or the company that runs this site, because David had an investigator. So they were like, look, we got an investigator looking for you. Now, this is all alleged. We got an investigator looking for you. We getting heat on our business, and you're going to have to go and meet this mofo. So what they do is they say, fast forward 24 hours before. Now, here's the thing. Last week when we were introduced to her, allegedly there had been no contact that was made with Yolanda. David indicated that he arrived there on a Friday and that she was not going to see him until Monday because she had a tournament, a hockey tournament for her nephew that she had to attend. But here we got them on Sunday filming with her all day on Sunday. So we see her rise up in the morning and she's in the gym. She is working that body out. She's introducing herself to us. And I said, oh, okay, so they were able to get in contact with her. They set up filming. They knew where she was. This is just some bull crap. You can see the bull crap in all of this, okay? So anyway, they film her, and, you know, she is in the gym and she's working out, and she talks about how she wanted to date and everything, and she found this site that she wanted to use in order to date, you know, a man from America. She found pictures of David, and they showed some pictures of David when he was like, you know, 2. And he was a cute little baby. They even showed some pictures of David where he looked like he probably was in his 40s. And he really was rugged and handsome looking and everything. He still had that hair, okay? But he was rugged, and she was talking about how she had never been to America and that was her goal. So we saw her, you know, basically looking up Vegas and talking about how he was in Vegas and all this kind of stuff. And so they were asking her, you know, why she was doing this. And she basically was saying that she was doing it because she wanted to meet an American man. They asked her, has she dated other men and what was those relationships about? Let me tell you, boo, Lana froze up, boo. She looked like a wax. She looked like a wax dummy. So they were like, answer the question. And Lana was sitting there like, I am not answering that question. You're not going to put me on the spot. I am not going to tell you what my real hustle is. So anyway, she, makes a decision that she's not going to talk about that. But we see her in the cafe talking to one of her girlfriends, and the girlfriend is telling her, like, what you doing? And she's like, girl, I'm sitting here. I was supposed to meet this man from America. He lives in Vegas. And she was like, how old is he? And she was like, he's 60, but he fine. She was like, so is the bitch rich? And she was like, he make good money, boo. He gets a good paycheck, and I think he probably got a stimulus package. You understand what I'm saying? So she's, telling her girlfriend, and her girlfriend is like, go for it, boo. Do what you got to do. Work that mofo, okay? Is he going to bring you some gifts? And she was like, I hope he do. And so, she's just like, saying that David understood why she did not meet with him the previous times. And so, she said that he understood. But this time she said, I'm going to go through with it. I'm going to meet with him. And so we see him standing, at somewhere, and he is waiting for Lana to come, and he sees her off of a distance, and she walks up on him, and there is Lana, the real Lana, with the white platinum hair. And he is just giggly like a little kid. And I'm just like, oh my God, I cannot believe that he is giggling like this. He was so excited to see her and everything. And, she jumped up in his arms, and he was just laughing, and he didn't know what to say to her because she didn't understand anything. And basically, it was supposed to be romantic, but there's nothing romantic about David because David is so geeky and yucky. He kept going, Mm. Mm. And I just was like, oh my God, it just made my skin crawl. I don't know if you all noticed it. How about I don't have no lipstick on my teeth? But he was just, mm. Mm. He kept wanting to hug her and kiss her and everything. And they were like, okay, so Lana, what did you think about this? Why are you here? She said, I think he might be my soulmate. She said, for today, I like this mofo, but I don't like his leather coat. I don't like anything about this mofo's leather coat. Now, he was looking like Inspector Gadget, you know what I'm saying, with his old-ass London fog. But I just was like, he is such a creepy guy. He had told everybody that Lana was real, but I really don't believe that he believed that fully because why be so giddy because she's dead? He said after 7 years, okay, and $100,000, I am finally meeting her. So he went and got a Victoria's Secret bag, and he had some gifts and everything that's in there. And Lana is like, I think he's my soulmate. And we all know that he's not her soulmate. As you all know, the mofo's not even together anymore. And it's just, it's just a trick bag. Like, this episode really, y'all, I'm trying to squeeze. I'm trying to squeeze something out for y'all. But this really wasn't that great of an episode. It did have a couple of Shaka Zulus in it. But it just won't that good. Because, at this point, I'm ready for this book to be over. The next couple that I want to talk about is Usman and baby goat Lisa. So baby goat Lisa is, at the hotel, and she is frantic because they are supposed to be getting married the next day, and she does not have her divorce papers. So we see baby goat Lisa call a lady on the phone in the United States, I guess at the courthouse, at the clerk's office, to see if she can get a copy of the divorce decree. And so the young lady says you can send it by mail. So Lisa says, well, here is the problem. The problem is that I am in Nigeria, so I'm not going to be able to just come down there and pick it up. And so she asked her, do they have an email address that she could send it to? The young lady put her on hold and said, just 1 second, let me check. Let me put you on hold real quick. And Lisa makes a sarcastic comment about the girl being courteous or being nice or whatever. But it was just the way, it was the tone and manner in which she said it, that you knew that she was being, she was criticizing the young lady. Let me tell you something. What she could have told you was, no, we don't have an email address. We don't have anything for you. She tells the woman that she has to get this done because her fiance did not tell her what necessary documents that she had. But here's the thing. On this whole entire season, Lisa has said that she knows everything. She knows everything. She's all wise, and she's American. She's not a Nigerian woman. So why would this strong American white woman that she calls herself, why would she now need a Nigerian man to tell her what to do? She should have taken the reins. I mean, doesn't she know everything? Isn't she this all-powerful woman? Why does she need him now, this man who she doesn't want to control anything in this relationship? Now, why does she now need him to tell her what it is that she needs to do? Girl, if you don't get a life and catch a damn crowd, I just could not believe that this woman now all of a sudden is a victim and all of a sudden is not empowered to make her own decisions and to make sure she does the research necessary for her to get married in another country. She know every damn thing else. You didn't know that? Okay. And so anyway, the young lady comes back and she says, you can email me. Once you email me, I'll make sure I send it. So now she's happy, Soldier Boy is happy. Soldier Boy was like, now we can get married and I can move to America. That is the only thing that is on this man's mind, is moving to America. But here's the thing. He underestimated the process. He underestimated what could happen to him, okay? Because now that all of this stuff has happened and in America is, for the most part, not processing any kind of visas or anything like that, now his ass is stuck, but he still was a whore, okay? So basically, baby girl Lisa says, I'm going to go and get in the shower, not because I need to wash my crack, not because my crack is dirty, but because we going out. And I'm saying, boo, get up every day and wash your crack, okay? The sun was clearly up. You clearly had an outfit on. You mean to tell me you didn't do that before? I don't know what them cameramen was smelling. But anyway, so she, goes and she takes a shower. The next time we see them, they're at a restaurant. And so, Usman he's on cloud nine. He is not formally proposed to her yet. And they're sitting down and she said, there's a couple of things that we're going to have to talk about before this marriage is going to happen. I picked up your phone and I was trying to look for something and I saw one of your hoes. I said, why the lady got to be that? Why she got to be a hoe? This the same lady that was on Facebook that gave you a frowny face when I said something on there. She talk about she love you and you don't spend no time with me. Usman sat there. He said, how the hell am I going to lie myself out of this one? Like that mofo was thinking about the lie like he remained quiet. She had read his Miranda rights. He was like, I could just see this just leaving me. And I'm sitting, and you can tell that he was sitting there trying to think, okay, excuse me, y'all, trying to think, how do I lie my way out of this? Lisa is so smart, yet she's so dumb. She really thinks that she has the upper hand. But Usman is showing her that I truly got the upper hand because I realize where your weakness is. You're weak as it relates to love. You don't really know what love is about. So I got you right here, boo. I got you right here. So all he has to do is remain calm, change the subject, and then he can come back around and hand her a lie. So Usman is sitting there and he's like, that lady, that lady is not my love. So Lisa is yelling and hollering and cussing and screaming. Every other word was a curse word. They were bleeping her, bleeping you bleeping it, I bleeping you bleeping it, then bleeping it. He was trying to talk. He said, what you're not going to do is you're not going to come here and constantly be bossing me around and shouting at me. And she told him, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to marry you. And I am hurt by what you did to me. And I'm sitting up there thinking to myself, you setting yourself up to get gagged. And sure enough, he gagged her. So, of course, in her own fashion, she gets up, walks away from the table, and he runs after her because she likes to chase, okay? But I bet you she ain't getting chased now. I bet you she's chasing him. You're so stupid, but you so smart. You know everything. Girl, you are an embarrassment to American women. Like, seriously, you did not have your game on. But you sitting up there trying to act like you so Billy Badass. And really you not. You not. Because this mofo sat there and ran the game on your ass, told you exactly what you wanted to hear, talking about what she said that she missed me, okay? Because a woman has said that he's not paying her attention and he's dating some white woman. And so, she still loves him. And he told her that he loved her too. He said, when I said I loved you, it didn't mean the same thing as when I say I loved you. He said that, basically, I'm a celebrity. She said, bitch, you ain't no celebrity. You're a local. You're a local talent. She knocked that mofo down 15 pigs, like boop, 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 like them joints came down like dominoes. She told him he was nothing and he wasn't as famous. And he said, oh, that's how you feel. He told Lisa he was doing her a favor by marrying her. Well, what did he mean by that? Write that down in the damn comment section. You tell me, what the hell did he mean when he told her, I'm doing you a favor by marrying you? Anyway, let me keep it moving. So basically, the two of them, he talked his way out of that with Lisa, and she decided that she was going to go ahead and marry him. She sat at the table and told him that he crushed her, that she was hurt by what he had done to her. And when she saw that message, and she asked him how would he feel if he had saw that message. Well, Lisa, you tell us how he feels now, having found out, okay, that allegedly your boyfriend lives with you and was taking girl, bye. Shit, your girl, whatever. Okay, so the last couple that I want to talk about is Gregory and Varya. As we all know, Gregory left Russia with his heart broken, okay? So he is driving home with his children. He's telling his children basically what happened to him in Russia and that he had proposed to Varya and Varya said no. And so the son was like, that's what I thought, Dad. I didn't think that it was going, work out like that. And so, basically, he says that it's over and now he's going to date Mary. Mary is the young lady that we were introduced to very early on before he went to Russia. And she was at the table and she was like, you have somebody who's sitting right here who cares about you. Why don't you see me? I want you to see me and realize that the love of your life is just sitting right here. And so, y'all, it's getting hot in here. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh. Okay. Whew. And so basically, she's sitting there and she is, she had told him that she cared about him. He said it just wasn't the right time. And sometimes when you have friends and stuff like that, you may like the person, but it just really isn't the right time at that time. So anyway, of course, he's brokenhearted and now he's on the rebound and he knows that Mary is available. So now he says that him and Mary have been dating for a couple of weeks. He has not talked to Varya now in 3 weeks. He says she's texting him. He's been ignoring all of her text messages and stuff like that. So Varya basically is out of the picture as far as he's concerned. So we see him in the bathroom getting himself ready to go out on this date with Mary. He has decided that maybe, possibly, this is the right time. So we see him, put himself together, puts on a nice little shirt and a tie and everything. He goes to the restaurant. He gets there early, like a man should. He gets there early. And she comes in. She's a little bit apprehensive about it because she feels like, is Varya still in the picture? Am I the rebound girl? Yeah. And so she really wants this relationship with him, but she really don't know where he is, where he been going with it, or anything like that. So she comes into the restaurant. He has her flowers, but he didn't take her coat off. And I won't feeling that. And I was like, why didn't he get up, make sure he took her coat off, pulled her chair out, and all that kind of stuff? But maybe she's just a woman who doesn't need all of that, but I'm just saying, at least present that, offer that, and then let her say, it's okay, I got that. But I just was like, it's the little small things like that for me that really count and that really matter. Get my door, do all of that kind of stuff for that. Make me feel like a woman. You understand what I'm saying? That you probably still ain't gonna get none. But at least make me feel like there's a hunt there, and that you respect the fact that I have, hips and fingertips and, lips and, you know what I'm saying? Just, bitch, make me feel like a woman. Okay, so anyway, they sit down at the table and she asks him the question, why now? And so he says that he is really serious about pursuing a relationship with her. He has not talked to Varya, which is what she needed in order to be convinced. And he said, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a friendship with me for a lifetime, or would you rather have a relationship? And she said, I want a relationship with you. And so they cheers. And at the end of that, they walked out of the they had their dinner and everything. And they walked out the restaurant. And I thought it was really cute. And I know that he's a monster, so don't get mad at Auntie. I know he's a monster, but I thought it was so cute. Like, my heart was so warm to see the two of them connecting, okay? Because I have a friend, and he is connecting with somebody that he's known for 10 years. And now they're connecting, and I'm hoping that they walk down the dun, 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 together and all of that kind of stuff. I do really believe that sometimes your best friend makes your best partner. And I mean, write that down in the comment section. Tell me what you think about that. Come on, write it on. Y'all got it. Y'all writing it down. Type it up, okay? I really do believe that sometimes your partner, your soulmate, comes from your friend, your very best friend. Who knows you better? This woman, like he said, has known him for a long time. And so they have this little nice thing. He kisses her. They kiss each other. And she gets in her car. She pulls off. He pulls off. And it's just something about having that little feeling. You know what I'm saying? I got to find me some kind of car. Anyway, because I was feeling sentimental. Next thing we know, we see him with his sons. They're, on their little, ATVs or whatever you call them things. And he's talking about how he's serious about Mary. And so the son was like, okay, so that's where you've been spending your time. And he was like, yeah, I'm really digging her and I'm serious about her and I'm over Varya. But bitch, on the other side of town, Varya is in Russia. And guess what she's going to? She's on her way to the airport. Shocker. TLC was able to keep a secret, bitch. Varya is on her way to the airport to fly to America to surprise Geoffrey. She said that she made a mistake. She had been texting him that she made a mistake. She wanted one more chance, one more try. This mofo wasn't answering any of her text messages. TLC couldn't convince him to do it. And so they said, Varya, that's all right. We're going to get your daggone visa for you to travel to the United States. Varya's at the airport hoping that this mofo proposes to her again, that she can come over there and smile. She is so convinced that this relationship between the two of them is going to work out, that she only booked one night in the hotel. Remember her apartment? She hadn't done any of the construction. She hadn't properly turned on the lights. She had exposed ceilings and wires in her house, just like Rosemarie, because she was convinced that she was going to be going to America. Well, she did the same thing because she booked a hotel room for one night only. She said the rest of the 2 weeks she is going to be staying at Geoffrey's house because she's going to surprise him. She believes he's still in love with her, and she says she is going to think optimistic like all the Americans do. Bitch, we know that we can't be going to no mofo's house for 2 weeks on a wish and a prayer that he's still liking me and ain't boinking somebody else at that point. And honey, in American fashion, he is boinking Mary. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, they may not be boinking, but they're at least boinking. Because his sons had already said, so that's where you've been staying. So him and Mary then already took it to third grade. They done hit a damn home run already. And you are coming over there under an assumption that this mofo is going to be with you. She says she has got to go over there and look hot and sexy. So she decides to put on a turtleneck with a chain around it, okay? Jesus be a fence chain. And then she got a little cute little leather skirt on it. That was cute. But them boots, bitch, you look like you going... I'm about to say something so foul. Anyway, she decides to get her a cab, an Uber driver. She tells the Uber driver her life story, and the Uber driver is excited for her. She gets there, knocks on the door. Geoffrey opens the door. She like, surprise. She jumps up in his arms. She's holding him. She's excited. She says, are you happy I'm here? Are you surprised? He said, yeah, I'm surprised. And guess what? We all were surprised because bitch Mary came around the corner. He had Mary at the house. Mary said, the fuck is she doing here? Bitch, let me tell you something. The little hairs on the back of my neck rose up. I was like, oh my God, they about to throw down. Y'all, he had Mary there, and this woman shows up at his house. You needed a hotel, an Airbnb. Boo, you need to go to Goldilocks' grandmother's house, bitch. You need to stay with the little piggies because I don't think that you're going to be able to stay there. Mary has already made her mark. She's at the mofo's house. And TLC set this bitch up to go over there because she's saying that she thinks she going to be, give me my ring back. No. Y'all, that was a shocker. Nobody saw that coming. TLC made sure that that did not leak. And that's the only reason why this episode got to see. Y'all, let me tell you, next week's episode is supposed to be really good. I swear I'm hoping that it's good. I thank you all so much for being here. This is the end of my review. Let me know down in the comment sections what you think about this. Tomorrow we're going to have a special live on my other channel, Get Your Life with Auntie Advice Live. And we're going to be discussing this episode in detail. I love you all so much. Have a great night. And until tomorrow, see you later. Mwah.